Hello boys and girls, and this is Pam from Watches Cross Library in Ross in Limerick. We're going to have a craft session today. Now we know we had snow last week. Some of us got lots of snow, some of us didn't get a lot of it. So if you got enough to build a snowman, that was wonderful. But if not, today I'm going to show you how to make your own little snowman. We have this guy here, and he's a rocking snowman. So when we put him down and we tip his hat, he rocks back and forth. I'll put him up here whilst I show you what we need to make him and how we're going to make him. So the first thing we need for our snowman is a paper plate, a glue stick, some scissors. Now I want you to be really careful with these, you might need a little bit of help to use them. Pegs, wait till you see what these are for. I have some coloured paper and card here because we need to make the snowman's hat, his nose and his scarf. And then I have some markers so that we can draw in his buttons down the front, his smile and his eyes. So are we ready to get started? Okay, so take your plate. The first thing we're going to do with our plate is we're going to cut it in half. Now if you need a little bit of help, ask for it, but be really careful with the scissors. So let's cut our plate in half straight away. And now this is great craft because when you're using one paper plate, you're actually going to get two snowmen out of it. So hold your plate up like this, fingers on the long end, and we fold those in, and there we go. There's our shape. Now, this is what we need our peg for. So put your peg on the back, because when we put the glue in, we want the glue to set whilst we're making all the little pieces for our snowman. So we'll do our second one. Again, long pieces across and fold it in. Now, again, peg on the back here. So because we want our snowmen to rock, we can squish them down a little bit like that so they're flatter. Look at this guy on the side. You see? Rather than rounded, we're going to make him flatter. Put him back up there, and I'm going to squash this little guy down a bit as well. Not too hard now. So we're going to take our glue stick. Out we go. Push the glue stick up very gently. We'll take off our peg and fold it out, and we're going to put lots of glue on one side here. Okay, I'll show you now. So put all your glue there. You're going to fold this side back over it, squash it down a bit, and that's what we're going to use our peg for, to hold it just like that until it's all dry. We'll do the second guy as well. I'm going to make two snowmen now because we'll make two hats, two noses, two scarves. So again, fold it over, squash it down. Use your peg. So when you put it down, you can hold it down flat like that. Now, so whilst we're waiting for the glue to dry, what we're going to do is we're going to make little hats, a nose and a scarf. So the easiest one to make is the nose. Now I have a little bit of orange card here. So if you look at the nose on this guy, the easiest way to do these noses, triangles. So take any of your markers, okay, and we're going to draw a triangle. See? And we'll just outline it even harder. Okay, triangle just like that. And we draw a second one for our second snowman. Okay, two noses. Let's cut these out. That's one ready. And cutting the second fella out here. And they don't have to be the very same. Now, second nose. So I have my two noses ready there. We push away that piece of card. Now, I made the hat in black on this guy and I put a little piece of blue across it. Now, I had little pieces of black left. So a little piece just about this size. If you look at your glue top against the hat, so we want a little piece about that tall. So hold it up against it, and that's how we'll measure it. And we can cut straight across. And you know what's wonderful at this? That was really easy to make two hats very quickly. Now, this is what we do. We make two tiny little cuts here. And the same on the other side. Okay, do we see those little cuts there? And a long cut down then. And that's how we make the top hat. Now, let's have a look and see, do we like this top hat? Now, it's a little bit higher. We can cut it down a little piece. Make it a little bit shorter. That's one hat made. And we'll make the second hat. Again, if you want a roundy hat, make a roundy hat for him. If you like a red hat, have a red hat. Any colour hat that you like. Now, these are small little fiddly bits, we call them. So, there's one hat, see? So, I have a little blue band on the hat there. So, I have a little piece of blue left over. So, we just cut a little stripe like that, right? One stripe. Again, let's see how we're going to measure this one. So, it's a little bit taller than that. So, I wonder if we were to cut this piece in half, would it do for the two? It just might. So, glue. We get the hat and we stick that on there. Now, and again, our glue stick, glue on the blue piece, and oops, daisy, we stick it on the hat there. So we have the noses, we have the hats. What about a little scarf for him? Now, so I think nice long piece like this. His scarf doesn't have to be too short. Little strips. We measure it against our glue stick. Look at that. About that size, just up to where you put the top on the glue stick. And in order to get this little piece here on the scarf, again, we cut a little triangle out. So, we cut on the edge there and on the edge. This is a little bit harder to do, but you see, we have it there. Now we probably have to trim the scarf. It might be a little bit long, but that's fine as well. We can do that. So let's cut out our little triangles. So we have the noses, we have the hats, and we have the scarves. Yep, I think our little snowman is dry enough. So let's put his hat on. So take your glue stick up at the very top of it here. Let's put his hat on first. Now, so hold that, squeeze that down. So put about some eyes. So we see, we draw our two little circles for his eyes. Got two different colour eyes because I got some glue too far down. That's what happened. But not to worry. So let's stick his nose on next. Now, so put the glue on his nose. See? and on with his nose. And look, he's got a very big smiley mouth. Excuse me. So when you are making a snowman out in the snow, you normally use stones. You put all the stones along here for the mouth. So we're actually going to draw these on with he's coming up nice, isn't he? So his hat, his eyes, his nose and his mouth. Let's put his scarf on so he won't get cold. So we take our big long one, we'll put some glue right in the middle piece, just here. So let's just stick on his scarf. Okay, there's his scarf on. Now, if you feel that's a little bit too wide, you can always trim it down. There, the scarf's a little bit shorter, tossed over his shoulder. Now, what about the buttons on his coat? Again, you'd be using big stones if you were out in the snow making your snowman. So let's put them on. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there we go. So there's our snowman. If we turn him round, I've been holding the peg there to make sure that he has stuck. Let's take the peg off. All ready. Let's see, does he rock? Oh, look at that. So we have a rocking snowman. Now, you still have one piece left and you've all your things cut out. So I hope you're going to enjoy putting all those together and make your own rocking snowman today. So hopefully next week we'll have another craft. Tune in for that. See you then. Bye bye now.